town, coming out of PE town. Find a drink, find a shot, never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle, have a Gino shot.
Gino shot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle, get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gino's Spot. Gino's Spot on Saturday. Well, it's not Saturday. It's actually Thursday today, but this show will be rebroadcast on Saturday. So hello to all you Saturday people. Lovely to have you here as well. Don't go away, because it's going to be a fantastic show. It is indeed. Garth Sampson, we are talking about the weather. We are just talking about the weather, shooting the breeze, as it were. Last night we had some luck at rain, so we're going to speak about all sorts of things. We're going to find out when the day zero is going to be here. What the hell? I think we're in more trouble. We're in more cuck than we think, people. We are indeed. So we're going to have a nice chat to him tonight. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful day. I hope you've got something to drink, something in your hand, because that always helps when you're watching a Gino Spot. Do you have a little bit of gin and tonic? Of course. Yes, my shirt looks like a tornado. It's actually my rain shirt. That's what I've bought. I've bought my water shirt in order to match the theme. The theme, indeed, the cold Benguela current. Oh, dear. Yes, you're right. It does sort of look like the Benguela current. It wouldn't be the Indian one, would be more like the warmer one. Yvette, how's it, Yvette? Fantastic Hill and Dale wines. Lovely. I love those wines, indeed. But, did I vote? Did I vote? Yes, I voted indeed. Jean-Pierre Koen. Of course. But we voted for this last bunch. I see that they postponed that vote that they're going to have now for the mayor and stuff. We see I don't know what's going to happen there. Just get it together, guys. Just get it together. All right. And so I hope you've got something to drink. Like I said, thank you to Fitch and Leeds, our sponsor. Fabulous sponsor that we've had for so many days and years indeed. And of course Spar, which have been fantastic to us over this time, and our internet provider, Mobia, and of course we got Fat Cats. We got some food from Fat Cats again. I think so. Thank you so much, Grace. She's such a honey, that Grace. Let me tell you. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, what we have to do, we normally do. Oh, there's our Fat Cats. There we go. Thank you. Thanks, Gary. That's lovely. Right in my schnoz. But no, we love Fat Cats. Very good. And so we obviously what we do in the beginning, we sing your comments. Send me some comments to sing. Send me a few comments to sing. I hope you're going to enjoy tonight. We're going to try and send your questions online as well. Please put them in the comments. Comments come up immediately. Like Mimi Rupp has just given us a comment now. She said that shirt makes me drunk without alcohol. Well, I think if you drink some alcohol, then the shirt will make you feel all right again. I think so. So let's do a little song. We'll do a little song, and welcome to Gino's Spot. Fantastic to have you on board tonight. Lovely indeed. There we go. We had such a nice show with Sandy Coffee the other night. If you want to go watch back, just look at the previous episodes. We've had some fantastic people online. Gino's Spot. YouTube/Gino's Spot. I remember when rock was young. Me and Camilla Ellis there. She said, hi, guys, gin and grapefruit is a favorite. That's so cool. It's very nice advertising. And Wendy Thompson, she says, hello there, Gino. And Bobby Cheatham is there also. He says, ask the weather guru to use his influence to get us all some rain. And lots of it, he says, just to make a point. That's my Bobby. Oh, but Mama, did you vote? Jean-Pierre is into politics, and if it is there too, and Brian Wilkinson, have you ever seen? La 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 la. Jan Meintjes says, hi, you got an all participating as self. Also representing the group of Greenville never knew me a better time. I let it rain and let's abstain from wasting a so too. Sherry House, you got good advice. Now I'm rock and rolling out of sight, singing in the rain. That's right, Brian Wilkinson and Mandy Lads says, how's it from G Vegas? I think she means Grahamstown. Lovely, guys. Fantastic to have you all on. Hello, Alan Carter, watching from the UK. Oh, whereabouts in the UK are you, Alan Carter? Let us know. And I don't know how good that is as a British accent, but I don't think it's very nice at all. Jean Pierre, I installed another 5 litres yesterday. Just in time for the rain. Is that 5 kiloliters must be in just, and now I have 16 kiloliters. So hopefully be independent now. You know, this water thing, it's like solar as well. It becomes an obsession. And then eventually that's all your wife says to you, listen, you got to start talking about something else. But it's so important at the moment. It's fantastic. I love it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you to our sponsor, Fitch and Leeds. We always do a little bit advert for Fitch and Leeds. Let's see what Justin has to say with the latest cocktail that he's come up with.
When the sun goes down and you need a little tipple, Fitch and Leeds have got a flavor for the people.
Hey guys, welcome to Magical Mixologist. Today I'm going to be bringing some heat, and by that I mean I'm going to be showing you a gin cocktail with a bit of spice and everything nice. Alright, so today for this we're going to be needing some red chilies, some Tabasco sauce, some lime juice, some simple syrup, obviously a shot of gin, and of course our Fitch and Leeds grapefruit tonic. Okay, so I just want to make sure that our chilies aren't too hot. You know the procedure in this country? No, we cool. Alright, so we're going to toss a couple of those in there. We're going to throw our lime juice, our simple syrup, our shot of gin, and a splash of Tabasco. Just one. Oh, okay, might have been more than one, but that's fine. Cool, alright, we're going to take the shaker full of ice. Release this boy up. And then our garnish glass. As you can see, there's a green chili and a red chili garnished on that glass. And there we go. Looking delightful. And of course, as I said, Fitch and Leeds grapefruit tonic. Bang! Look at that. Awesome. And as is tradition, cheers. Thanks, guys.
Fitch and Leeds have got a mixer that'll fix you on the table.
Fitch and Leeds, the bespoke mixer for the discerning individual. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Garth Sampson. And there we are. Lovely introduction indeed. Garth Sampson, welcome to Gino Spot. Lovely to have you on.
Nice to be here, Gino.
Fantastic, man, and good to finally be able to chat, because we see you, we hear you on the radio here and there. We do the of course the Facebook stuff and everything, and you're the kind of the weather guru in these parts. You know, how many other weather people are out there?
In the office, about 18.
18. Okay.
In the Port Elizabeth office,
Yeah.
but now you can see the ugly face.
Yeah, no, we can see it. So are you the face of weather in Port Elizabeth?
Yeah, and like my wife says, get rid of that.
Oh man! And I mean, what at the moment? What are your focuses at the moment? What are you busy with?
Well, the municipality and meetings on this disaster at the moment of the rainfall. It is an absolute disaster. Yeah. As Gisela Kaiser says, we're in a worse situation than Cape Town was. Cape Town still had a year's water left. We are sitting here. The water will run out in certain parts of the town that gets their water from the dams roughly on the 12th of January.
Yeah. Okay.
But this little rain last night.
January.
Yes.
12th of January, people.
That is when there will be the dams will run dry.
Yo.
The rest will be dead storage. They cannot pump the water to all parts of the town.
Yeah.
So every person has got to save water.
Yeah.
We've got to save 40% of the water. We're using 280 megalitres a day.
Okay.
To survive, we've got to get down to 210.
Wow. Okay.
Everybody's got the misconception we'll never run out of water. We've got nooit gedacht.
Yeah. This is the thing. That also, like, nooit gedacht is always in the background. Oh, don't worry. When we get that, we'll have as much water as we like.
Yes, but the problem is, at the moment, we're only getting 160 million litres of water a day from nooit gedacht.
Okay.
We are using 280.
Yeah. Okay.
When the dams run dry, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
That's my question. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
And
just explain, because it's a bit nooit gedacht. Where is that water coming from?
the Gariep Dam,
Where is the Gariep Dam now?
the old HF Verwoerd Dam
Okay,
on
up
the
there.
border, yes.
Orange, it's Orange River.
Orange River, that's
Orange
right.
River. Okay, so that comes from like Bloomside.
We are it's on the border between the Cape and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Free State border.
The old HF Verwoerd Dam, as we call it.
Okay. And so that's got plenty of water. Is that?
Yeah, it's 80% at the moment.
Wow.
At the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
So that would feed us, at its peak, speak under correction, it could be 210 megalitres.
Okay.
So even if we were on the peak,
We'd still.
we'd still be short. So to save the dam, we've got to reduce at least 40%.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we've got this culture.
Yeah.
I'm pointing the finger
That
at
one.
you. Yes.
But
There's four fingers
Not
pointing.
me, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, we've got the municipalities not fixing leaks. It's these people, the rich people that are using water. It's the poor people that are using water.
It's everybody.
It's the people
Everybody's
in
using
Warmer. It's the people in Kensington. And the municipalities not fixing leaks. But nobody's actually saving water.
Yeah.
I asked the question, and I'm going to ask you now.
Yes.
How often do you read your meter?
What meter? I didn't even know I had a meter. I don't think I've got one.
How many kiloliters of water do you use a
I
month?
actually did. I've got to admit that I did check it, because they said to me in the municipality letter that I had to look and use 15 something a month, and I was checking, and I'm just on the border, which is not.
And how many people in the house?
So four people.
So 4 times 50 is 200 a day.
Yes. So sometimes Gary comes to my house.
200 times 30 is how much?
200 times.
That's 6,000.
6,000.
So that is how much you should be using.
So when
And
it just clocks over 6 per month.
yep.
Okay, so they said 15 or something.
You know that's the maximum.
Oh, the maximum. So
The
I'm
maximum.
just
So you should. Yeah, or after 15, they're going to start hitting you heavily on that.
Selfish bastard.
Look at
Yes, yeah. Listen here, I want to tell you, and you say it's impossible.
me. Yeah.
I've got a tenant,
Yes.
and this is where it comes from. She comes from Cape Town.
Ah, yes.
Hi, Adi.
So she knows the story.
She knows the story. I still ask her.
Yeah.
I just check if she stinks, because she uses between 50 and 70 litres a day.
Okay. Okay.
That's all she uses.
Sure.
She says she goes to the shower, soaps herself up, or just wets herself, soaps herself up with the shower off, and then showers, uses that water, and flushes the toilet with it.
Okay.
So it is something that we can do. If one person can do it, more people can do it.
I was just talking to Corn on the breakfast show about an hour ago, actually, and he was saying that you were the one that moaned because they had the 3-minute shower song, and he said 3 minutes is too bloody long, you bastards.
It is.
A 2-minute shower song. So you know what they do now? They put adverts in that space.
Yeah.
Damn you.
No, but seriously. The thing is, it's not only going to affect you, it's going to affect everybody.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to tell the people just to remember this. There are old people that haven't got the money, they haven't got the means to go stand in the queue to carry water.
Yeah.
You work it out, a 25 litre drum. You carry 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's 4 flushes of a toilet.
Yeah.
So you remember your 80-year-old father or grandmother or whatever, for them to go stand in the queue now, we must actually think of
To get drinking water, whereas you flushing it down the loo, so I don't think,
So that is, we are in trouble, and the only way we're going to reach it. What will happen in April is the new projects will come online.
Yeah.
And when the new projects come online, we will be safe for a while.
Yeah.
But we are waiting for the big rain to come.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, traditionally it comes between May and November.
Okay.
So by the end of this month, we do not get a good downfall.
You're going to wait till next May.
Basically, we have had it in 1951.
Yes.
The weather didn't behave itself, and it gave a heavy downpour. But it's the first time since 1900 that happened, the first and only time. January and December, January is the least rainfall.
Okay.
So if you've got tanks, doesn't mean you can't save water.
Yeah.
You've got to save that water in your tanks and make it stretch as far as possible.
Okay. So tanks are important, obviously, as well, because I'm looking at that. We've got a borehole, and we're looking at using that water from the rainwater as well, because that's the easiest, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I'm running completely off rainwater, and I'm off the grid.
Really?
Almost 100% at home. It's unfortunately load shedding. Makes you go back on the grid because your pumps don't work.
Yes.
And at my wife's business, she's in the food industry, and she manages to get it down to 6 kiloliters. The staff is so well educated.
Yeah.
They know exactly. The little gentleman that works for me goes and pumps water from the one tank to the other tank, etc., etc. The toilet's put off. You have to use a bucket.
Yeah. Okay.
And that is just rainwater. So if we can get down as a business to 6 kiloliters, and our dishes are spotlessly clean, I can tell you that.
Yeah. No, that's true. If you just make a plan, and I think maybe that urgency hasn't got into everybody yet.
It has not. There's no panic buying of tanks.
Yeah.
There's no panic buying of pumps. And I've even got friends that get extremely upset with me, and I say to them, what are you going to do when the water, what is your plan? I'll worry about it when I get there.
Yeah.
Now, you just imagine it. The last time Lorraine didn't have water, the whole street, everybody was standing up and queuing up at Checkers. There were queues like that to buy drinking water.
Yeah. No, that's what's
Now,
gonna
what's
happen.
going to happen when there's no water? Are the people going to stand in queues to buy tanks?
Yeah.
Are people going to stand in queues to buy pumps?
Yeah, it's hectic.
Are you going to be able to get a pump or a tank?
Yeah, because everybody buys them out straight away. It's like toilet paper in the beginning of COVID. Exactly. So before that happens, we've got to prepare as well, and sort of see for if it's rainwater, get your tanks in place, and you probably just need then a pump to pump it into your system, and off you go.
Or even if you just got it there, that you can carry the on bucket inside.
Yeah.
But remember, I know a lot of people. Yeah, but I can't afford it. This is not going to last forever. It is going to last forever. Yeah. Because remember, I don't know how old you are, but
51.
yeah, you should remember it. 1981, we had a flood.
Yes, big flood.
Yes.
I was at Clarendon Park here, and I was walking through the water in my house.
1982
Yeah.
till about 1992.
Yeah.
We had one of the worst droughts in history.
Really?
Yes.
Straight after that big rain.
Okay. And now we've the last time we had good rain was 2012.
Yeah.
We had a flood in 2015, and these little top-up rains in 2018, etc.
Yeah. Okay.
So if we go and we listen to the advocates of climate change,
Yeah. It's not getting better.
they say that peaks will be higher and troughs will be lower.
Okay. Oh,
Right? That means floods will be worse
yes.
and droughts will be worse. We'll come to floods just now.
Yeah.
But if we listen to that, and we're going to copy this together, that flood was bad in 1982, post 81.
Yeah.
We're not as bad yet. We've still got another year to go. Difference. Political situation.
Yeah.
Remember, not everybody had free water then.
Yeah.
Number two, population growth
Yeah.
virtually doubled.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
What is going to happen with the next flood? Now, if we go back into history, it's 1823 October.
Yeah.
Settlers' homes were flooded after a prolonged drought.
Uh-huh.
And if you go and, not Bible punching or anything, if you look at biblical
Yes.
said, it sounds better in Afrikaans. 7 maar jare, 7 goeie jare.
Oh ja, right.
Al die boere praat so.
Ja, nee.
So yeah, we had 7 good years of. You usually have 7 good years and 7 years. So if we have a flood tomorrow and you don't need your tanks, but you can still use them to save money.
Yeah.
The next flood, the next drought, you're ready for it.
Yeah.
And remember, what we have got to try and do is smooth that curve.
Yeah.
But my biggest worry is not the drought at the moment. It's when that flood comes.
It's going to be bad.
We are long overdue. Remember, if the droughts are worse and the advocates of climate change are correct, then the floods are going to be worse.
Yeah.
And you put before times 68.
Yeah, 68 floods, yeah. I was just before my time, but my folks spoke about that, and we've seen photos.
And but one that is very badly missed is the 1908 one.
Yes.
There's pictures of donkeys in the Balkans here, on top of the sheds and things like that. The water ran 6 meters over the steel bridge at the bottom of the Balkans.
Whoa.
And the flood occurred, the peak of the flood occurred between the farms of Messrs. Lovemore and Perkins. We all know where Lovemore is.
Yes, it's just over there.
But you know where Perkins is?
No.
I read an article, it was 100 years ago today in the Herald, in those years.
Yeah.
And it said permission was given from Mr. Paul Perkins to build a hotel on his farm in Hunter's Retreat.
Hunter's Retreat.
So Hunter's Retreat.
So that's all. That's the only place that the rain was.
Now the bulk of the rain fell between Hunter's Retreat and
Lovemore.
And Lovemore, which is Lorraine Sherwood.
Yeah.
And remember, there was no Lorraine Sherwood, it was grass.
Yeah.
There was no cement.
Yeah.
And that made it go 6 meters over the bridge. So you must imagine the proportion if it happened
It
today.
happened now because it's all been tarred and all been things, so that water's just going to run. You mean?
So that is a big problem. And we must not, while preparing for this drought and trying to solve the drought, we must also keep in mind that we here, everybody, we're praying for a flood, we want a flood.
Yeah, okay.
Be careful for what you wish for. Be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah.
Because when it comes down,
Like that.
it's I don't say we'll ever get a 68 again, but if it's happened twice, well,
It's just a matter of time eventually. I mean, it's got to happen again.
it happens every 33 years, a catastrophic flood. So add 33 plus 1981.
Well, yeah, it's close.
We're
It's
long
overdue.
overdue. We're long overdue.
And would the flood fill the dams? I mean, is it raining in that area?
Okay. What will fill our dams? And I heard you hinting here just before we started.
Yeah.
Why they built the bloody
Why don't
dams
they
in
build
the
the
wrong
dams
place?
there? Why don't they build it where it rains?
You know, I've done quite a bit of research on
There you
this.
go. It said Brian Wilkins are the catchment areas situated in the correct rainfall areas.
Okay.
It rains more in places than in the other places. In
Okay, to put it simply, I also thought this, but then going through the records and look at my job. By the way, I'm not a weather forecaster.
Okay. Not it.
Not at all.
You were a weatherman.
I'm a weatherman. The most important thing, the biggest problem that people make the mistake is they think that the weather service just forecasts weather.
Oh, right, yes.
The most important thing that the weather service does is it observes weather
Yeah.
and records weather.
Yeah.
So when you claim for your TV and say it was hit by lightning,
Oh, they check. They go, the insurance companies phone Garth, say, hey Garth, did it hit the thing?
yes,
Okay, there you go.
my wall blew over, blah blah blah. That and statistics. That is my base part of it. And studying this now with this drought situation, the system that brings rainfall to this, like in the Transvaal, Gauteng, they line summer rainfall. You know, your thunderstorms
Yeah.
every afternoon and so forth and so forth. Over here, We rely on one system. It's called a cut-off low in the upper atmosphere.
Okay.
That is the thing that brings the floods.
Cut-off low.
Cut
Like
off
I'm back
low.
in geography class here.
Yeah, we won't go into detail
No,
about
it's
it.
not. So low pressure, it's like all the circle like that.
Okay, so what will happen with that? If you go onto my Weather Guru page, my friends have helped me out to provide the size of the catchment area. The Kouge is a massive catchment area.
Okay.
Now, that cut-off low usually comes through the Langkloof. So it would rain at just other side Uniondale, Miskund, Krakiel, Louterwater, Hubertine.
I love his names. Krakiel. And
Krakiel.
we got a high black.
And Haarlem. Oh,
Where's
look at the
Krakiel?
Langkloof, is beautiful.
Yeah,
It
no.
is beautiful.
I've just travelled back through it. It's the most beautiful place.
That's how we went down to Riversdale the other day.
Yeah.
I hate the N2.
No, into
You know, all those Cape Town drivers that drive like Joburg drivers. Oh, no. Give me Route 62 any day
Beautiful.
of the week.
Absolutely.
So the cut-off low will come down there.
Okay.
And generally, a cut-off low produces over 50 mils.
Okay.
So we need 50 mils of rain in 24 hours.
Yeah.
50 mils or more to make any significant inflow into the dam.
Okay.
So the cut-off low comes down that area.
Yeah.
So that is what brings us in. And that usually occurs 1.5 times a year.
Okay.
It hasn't occurred for the last couple of years.
Okay.
And that is the problem. So the dams are built in the exact proper position.
Yeah.
I don't know how our forefathers, they didn't know about cut-off lows and the like.
Well, I mean, they would have they probably. I mean, I'm sure they would have had weather information back then, but surely it was just a river that was flowing strongly, so you dam it or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. Look at. They didn't even know about cut-off lows that far back when those dams were built. I suppose they knew about heavy flooding and that, but.
Do you think with the global warming then that those lows are coming or not getting high enough, getting towards the equator more, and they need to get up?
No, as I said just now, the advocates of climate change says droughts will be worse and floods will be worse.
Yeah. So it'll be more extreme.
And I saw a question come up there. Will a flood fill the dams? Pretty obvious, but it's got to be a flood over a wide area.
Okay, all right.
It's got to be the entire Langkloof. Yeah. It doesn't help it rains 200 millimeters at Karedo and 10 mils at.
Okay.
The perfect example this morning, we had generally 20 to 30 mils from Port Elizabeth right through to Hubertina.
Oh wow, okay.
But in the area around Krakiel and Louterwater, there's reports of between 125 and 167. So it's a little isolated spot. At Hubertina...
It's like a flood.
Yeah, in a little spot.
Yeah, that spot.
And at Hubertina Bridge at the Kralki.
Yeah.
Just past Hubertina, there's a bridge over the road.
Kralki.
Yeah, it's
So look out for that, eh?
Yeah, it's a little place. It's like accommodation. The river was running at 28,000 litres per second at 3 o'clock this morning.
Wow, okay.
But that dropped suddenly down to 4,000 by 2 o'clock. So it wasn't a widespread. This will give us a couple of percent. It'll give us a week or two.
Okay. Yeah,
that is what we're looking at. If we just get this for a week or two and everybody plays their part, we can get closer to that April date.
So April is the date that we can take a little bit of a breath.
A little bit of a breath.
Yeah, but until then we could be in serious cuck. I see there's some questions up there. I don't know if there's anything that Gary's having a look at. There's a big one there. 3 years ago, at the start of Cape Town's imminent water shortages, COT officials started to implement steps to overcome or at least cope with the shortage. We daily experience people hardships to the drought crisis. The NMB official dam and residents are elected a don't care attitude towards saving water. To what would you attribute that? What do you? I think this is what we've been discussing.
The people haven't got that mindset. I think the people have been fed or want to be fed or want to believe that nooit gedacht
is the savior.
And I saw one comment there, did you vote?
Yeah, yes.
And I will say I didn't vote.
Oh, you didn't vote?
Because nobody wanted to buy my vote.
You sell your vote?
Yes, my vote.
How do you sell it?
My price for my vote was that the politician that shows me their water account.
Oh, the water account.
To shows me that they are saving. I'll vote for them.
Oh, well, then
And
nobody
showed it.
Oh, well, there we go, young monkeys. If somebody had showed him the thing, then we could have. We
want people to lead by example.
And if they care about it like that, then you're right.
Famous people like yourself
Yes, you
publishing your water account.
Oh, absolutely fine. I've got a borehole. Randy Ladd says, what about frontal rain? How many years are we behind the expected normal rainfall?
Frontal rain.
What is that? That's very technical question, Mandy Lads.
Normal day-to-day rain.
And normal, yeah, you're looking at 5 to 10 mils. It does. Mr. Martin always used to say 10 millimeters is runoff starts at 10. But frontal rain, you do sometimes get the high pressure ridge in and get a bit more 20s and 30s, but generally the over 50s. Yeah. I've been reminded there's only 2 things they give it, but it's a cut-off low, and once it was a severe thunderstorm. And that is when Elton John sang here.
Oh, right.
So of course, it was a divine message of the evils of
rock and roll.
No, we're talking about Elton.
Okay, well, so rock and roll. Oh man, I see Yvette is down to 7 kiloliters a month. Yvette, I love that. I'm gonna now check my meter much more often now that you're saying this. And tell us in detail about the current water system and what exactly gets added in April. Yeah, what is so nooit gedacht, is it a big pipeline that needs to be built from somewhere to somewhere?
I would love to get, I would challenge you to get Gisela Kaiser in to explain to you in detail.
Okay.
I don't know if Barry's allowed to, but Barry Martin is the expert.
Okay.
You got phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
Okay.
Because
we are getting some in it.
Yeah, 160.
Okay, we're getting 160 so far.
Yeah.
But we aim to get another 200.
No, up to 200.
Oh, up to 200.
But then they've got part 1, part 2. Then they are trying to get the water pump from the pipelines from this side of town to that side of town.
Okay.
Look, if you stay in Bluewater Bay or Motherwell,
Yeah, you're okay.
you're okay. You stay in Summerstand or warmer.
It's not so we're getting our rain tanks sorted out.
Yeah. And then they're going to got other projects like Kuchakop Boal.
Okay.
Now, there is a vein that runs from Bird Island to Kucha.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. Now, it's an interesting thing. If you go read about the history, there was a shipwreck. I can't remember the exact name of the shipwreck on Bird Island.
Yes.
And the sailors actually drank water out of the sea because they saw this water bubbling.
Yeah.
And it was crystal clear water.
Wow.
And that pipeline runs, or not the pipeline, the fault runs all the way to Kucha. And apparently when, I think it was Bosasos, they were into everything. They were going to do a prawn farm here.
Bosasa.
Yeah. And the guy was in there and he said that is the purest water because they're full of nonsense to start growing prawns and things like that. And they were going to tap into that, but there was...
Yes.
All the issues.
Well, it's this and that and this.
And apparently my source at the municipality says when they broke through, it shot 75 meters into the sky, that water.
From the wall?
Yeah, not a ball, ball.
Yeah,
whatever
that's
it's called.
good.
That's without any pumps or that.
Yeah.
And I can't remember off the top of my head. I think that will give us 6 or 7 megaliters.
That's
a day.
amazing.
Yeah, and they are pumping at the moment boreholes at every reservoir to be able to supplement that. So the municipality, I know everybody's pointing fingers at the municipality, but the officials are really doing a fantastic job. They talk about leaks, but it's like washing the dishes or washing your clothes. You never get finished with it.
Yeah, it's true.
You fix one, there's another one.
Yeah. Which main PE suburbs currently get water from the 160 kilometer line? So Don't get water. Say Gary's asking a question here, saying which ones don't get water.
Sunstrand, warmer, certain parts of Newton Park.
So those are coming from Churchill,
yeah.
and those
Churchill and Beaufort and Kocha.
and Kocha. Those are the three biggest dams around here.
Grindal goes to Uitenhage.
Oh, okay, Grindal. And somebody asked as well about the Uitenhage, about the springs. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Colette Nordia saying, why don't they utilize the springs more in Uitenhage?
I'm not too sure on that one.
Yeah, I've also heard about those Uitenhage springs. I wonder if they...
You see, the big concept is people don't understand is, try and get your mind around it. What is 300 million litres? How much water? I've heard of people, everybody's a water expert.
Yeah, of course, yes.
I'm not a water expert. I'm not even a weather expert. But everybody talks about these great ideas, blocking up the Balkans. That water wouldn't even last warmer for half a day.
Yeah.
A blocker van Starens, Balkans. Yeah. Those catchment areas. If you go look on my Weather Guru page, you go look at the catchment area size of the bulk, the sand, van Starens up and van Starens lower. They like that compared to Kocha. Kocha's 156 by 100 kilometers.
Wow. Okay. That's large. That's large.
So that is where the problem comes. The people that are trying to save us are doing an excellent job, I must admit. I sit in these meetings and why do you think I bought so many water tanks?
Yeah. Well, my water tanks are starting because also the rainwater, but the rainwater as well. And I think the rainwater is the easiest way to get it in. And if you fill them up during a nice little local rain, and then you've got water for your place, you don't use any of the water from it.
And the water is nice and clean.
And it's clean, it's beautiful as well.
It's good for the whiskey. You don't have to put so much whiskey with it.
Yeah, there we go. How operational is the Orange Fish River Tunnel at this point in time? Who does it serve?
Well, that's what I said. That's the 160.
Is it 160?
160 megalitres, and it's they're trying to serve the whole city. It's a very complicated system, pumping from here to that reservoir, to that reservoir.
Look at the reservoirs. There's one in opposite Cape Road side that where Lawson Brown was. That side.
There's one there. There's one by Mercantile.
Mercantile, okay, as well.
If you ride past there, you'll see there's a borehole being pumped there.
Oh, really? Top?
Oh, there's one on the highway as you go to there. What's that venue out there near Windermere? There's a big one there. You can see it.
Yeah, the Elephant Walk.
Then there's one.
On the Krakakama Road.
Now, what's this big place? Priory School.
Priory is there, but Miramar.
There's lots of them around.
Miramar.
So it's quite
they pump them into all these things.
Yeah, so if you've got to get the water from this side of town to that side of town, it gets a bit complex, and like I say, they trying their best with limited resources.
To do what they can. Jan Mankey saying, Garth, will you comment on the outlook for this coming Monday?
Yeah, unfortunately, everybody goes and reads windy and they try and interpret it wrong. The accumulated rainfall does work to a certain extent, but not really. Windy's got a feature on it that if you go click on Port Elizabeth or Karedo or wherever, then you go to the bottom of that little bar that's got the wind and that on, and at the bottom it says compare. Then it'll put all the models.
Okay.
And then you can see this models are green or all the models are green. And remember nowadays, a forecast is a model.
Okay.
That is 4 models that it uses.
Yeah.
I think we use 46 models.
Oh, crikey, most.
So you've got to determine which one is correct. Yeah. We are going to get rain Monday, Tuesday. That is not a problem. Definitely going to get rain. The question is how much. When it gets so far in advance, it does become a problem.
Yeah.
So I think I'm hoping for 30 mils. I don't want to go say 50, but we're not going to get 100 mils.
All right.
We're not going to get.
Well, now that he said that we're going to get 100 mils,
I'll be the first one to be happy I'm wrong. I doubt it, but
Corn said to me today, he said, ask him why he's never ever right. We're paying you good money to give us correct weather, and it's always wrong. Please tell us about boreholes. Some people think they last forever. It's true. Where are these are there aquifers underneath the ground here?
Well, okay, firstly, don't know how factual it is, but I hear already there's seepage of seawater into the summer strain boreholes.
Really?
So the water's become very brackish and salty.
Okay.
I've read articles that this is why the municipality, everybody thinks they're trying to turn the screw and that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if everybody sank a borehole,
Yeah.
that aquifer can run dry and collapse. There's a village or a town in India that the whole town disappeared from over extraction. It just disappeared.
Holy crap.
So yes.
So cheers, warmer. Well, best of luck to you.
Yeah, so you know,
really,
you could,
like a serious, like a landslide.
it just disappeared.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we've got to be careful, and you know, water is that much. There's, I always say, I wish everybody that's what I'm reading at the moment is Dune. You must,
Dune.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just watched the latest one.
Okay.
You know Dune.
Yes, they had
the Muad'Dib.
Okay, I must watch it because I said there's a newer one that
There's a brand new one now.
Okay.
It's about the planet Dune and about the water. The people wear the suits and the sweat. You can recycle your sweat and drink it 3
It's
times.
a perfect movie for you.
Yes, but we must remember, like on Dune, there was so much water. If somebody dies, they crush them and take their water. Anyway, it's quite a good movie.
We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there very soon.
But there's
right?
that much water.
Okay.
And you know, if everybody over extracts,
Yeah.
it's going to become a problem.
Disappear.
So boreholes, yes, they are a good thing, but we must control.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there are some unscrupulous people around Port Elizabeth that are extracting from boreholes and
Selling it. Yeah.
And by the way, that is illegal.
Yeah.
There are registered sellers. I know that Kevin Kelly, he gives water to certain construction companies, or like I'm not sure, but I had a chat to him once, and he's registered. It's reclaimed water, but there are a lot. I know at one stage Lafarge was giving water away, and then people abused it and started going to collect water there and selling it.
It's always about the money. This is the bugger. Is that as soon as there's an opportunity for a bit of cash to be made, then there's all sorts of stuff goes down.
Yeah, and you know, we've got to realize that water is a scarce resource.
Yeah.
The last dam was built 83.
Okay.
How many times is the population? You know that the population would have, I think, 96 doubled.
96.
Yes, since 83, and then we'll double again by 2035.
Guys, just use condoms, guys. Use condoms.
I didn't want to say that. But yes.
Benny's asking a question there. It says the municipality should make it mandatory to have new building plans include rainwater storage tanks, either brick and mortar or underground built or pre-manufactured plastic tanks. Warmer properties, and most of them have got water tanks in.
Benny, my connection from CV Hardware.
Okay.
But yes, what Benny has also mentioned to me, and a lot of my followers on Facebook, a lot of townhouse complexes are full of nonsense about tanks.
Yeah.
The body corporates don't want some of them don't want
looks
tanks.
ugly or something.
Yes, or they will only allow you 1,000-litre tank. What can you do with 1,000 litres?
I wonder what the difference in cost is to put it underground if they're worried about that stuff.
Yeah, well, I think every house. I personally believe that every factory or every building bigger than X amount should have X amount of tanks before their plans are approved. I know that before you can have a swimming pool built now, you've got to have a receipt of water that you have bought from a registered vendor to fill the tank.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So yes, I strongly believe in that myself. Every house should have a tank.
Is that you say CV Hardware?
That's correct.
Where's CV Hardware? Give us a punt, Give it a punt, Benny. Do it. Where's he out there?
No, Steve Hardware, he's a big supporter of my page.
How is he?
Yes, and he's a big moaner. No. He got. No, I must take my hat off to him. He's a very concerned citizen.
Okay.
He was the one that brought to the attention the crack pipeline on Maitland's. What's it, Maitland?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was Maitland's. Oh, yeah.
I think that was the one that was that thing was talking about Rimos or Dante Cicconini and the Scribantes were working on that stuff.
Yes. So he was the one that brought it to the attention. I reported it to the right people.
Okay.
And they actually went out there and they repaired
they
it.
got
So
it.
he's very, very, very active. He's very concerned about water. That is why he has got these specials and trying to promote that everybody gets water. Tanks and the like.
Okay.
Pretty obviously he's making money,
Yes,
but
it's fine.
but
He's helping at the same time. Good. That's good. That's good for him. So and I see the Colette. Oh dear, why don't they seed the clouds? It was done during the drought in Zimbabwe. Was that done in Zimbabwe? They do that whole thing in Dubai, I think, as well sometimes. Eh?
South Africa, Bethlehem was the leader in cloud seeding.
Oh,
But when we talk about cloud
so they do it here. They do it.
No, they stopped.
Oh,
All our aeroplanes are on the UAE and equipment, etc. As
Oh.
far as I can remember.
damn them! Bring
No,
them
no,
back.
No. But you must understand, it's not. The correct word is rainfall enhancement.
Okay. So you need to have certain things in place first.
So therefore, if you would have got 30 mils, you will get 40 mils.
Oh, so that's what it is.
And that works with convective clouds.
It's like a booster.
Yes. Bit of like
Okay.
Red Bull.
Yeah, Red Bull or whatever it is.
You would enhance the rainfall, but it's very much on convective cloud.
Okay. So convection is up normally up in
yes.
our country.
Yeah. So thunderstorm activity,
Not
and
the low pressure.
and we don't really get thunderstorm activity. Yeah.
So even if you deploy the low pressure stuff, it would probably be whipped out to sea anyway. That's a problem.
Very expensive. Yeah, they've done the research on it. We were world leaders, but as far as I know now, it's in Australia and the UAE that is using it. The research has stopped in South Africa. Costs money.
It says, Richard says the bulk and Sand River, the bulk river and the Sand River dams are overflowing. Are they calculated in total capacity?
Well,
Sure.
As I mentioned just now, if we look at the bulk and Sand River, I don't think it would feed Lorraine for half a day.
Really? Yeah. So that's too small. They're just too small.
Too small. They if you go look at them, they're neat little dams. So
Big for a person to go in a boat.
yeah. I think it serves the Van Starens, Woodridge, Thornhill areas, and that's very volatile. I don't even think but it's not into the equation of everything.
Yeah.
And if it was, it would be like 0.5%.
Yeah, and I see there just a thought geographically, is it possible for the Forest Hill Cemetery could be contaminated? The Forest Hill Cemetery could be contaminating the water in lower areas of South Australia. That could be the brackishness that you're tasting. Could be your grandfather, Brian Wilkinson.
Yeah, well, remember, boreholes are into the fault.
Yes.
So it goes through the bedrock. It can contaminate if you have got a
Well points. Well points in South Australia near the thing, not a great idea.
So all you do is you put a cup of jick.
Elmarie Sampson says.
What is I can't see that
He
for.
says we have so many tanks I cannot spy at my neighbours anymore.
She's threatened me, if you buy one more bloody tank.
Oh, funny, I think nice to see a fellow Lawsonian, a Lawson Brown.
Yeah, lawless.
A Lawless Brown.
That's correct.
Excellent. Is that where, so you grew up in PE, yeah?
All the time.
Is it junior school?
Sydenham.
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 You're a clean Sydenham kid.
Sydenham. Then I went
Yes.
to Lawson Brown, and then my mother sent me away to become logical.
Oh, yes. In the army or what?
No, to Mule.
Oh, to Muir College. Oh, so jy's van uit en af.
Now then I spent
Mariga.
a year and a half there. I got some health issues and then did my final year and a half at Lawless.
Okay.
I actually wanted to do an art course.
Oh, is it?
That's one of the reasons my mother sent me away.
Do you still do a bit of art yourself, brother?
It's not much time nowadays.
Yeah. You draw pictures like this. Is this making you feel arty? Oh man, I'm sure there are going to be some more. Seawater desalination. What about that? Money.
Great. Country like Dubai, they basically live off seawater desalination.
Okay.
But money's not a problem for those people.
Yeah, Dubai has never been a big money issue. Eh?
Although a friend of mine that, half the Port Elizabeth weather office at one stage was in Abu Dhabi, Dubai.
Oh really?
They poach all our forecasters.
Oh really?
And like Darby said to me, you've got to make sure in your contract that your water is for nothing, because water is quite pricey. It's more expensive than petrol.
Yo, what? Really?
Desalination costs.
Wow. Okay. So it's not. They always say, oh, it's totally. We just desalinate the seawater here in Abu Dhabi, but it's costing.
It takes energy, it takes power. We know what Eskom's doing to us.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why we've got some solar here as well. And the Paul Sauer Dam is now. All these dams have changed names. You're right. So the Paul Sauer Dam is now what?
The
Kocha Dam.
That's right.
What's the Grundal? Was with all this
Grundal.
Churches.
In Borval was the Elandsjacht, and it was something before that.
Borfu. Okay.
That's in Borval now.
Okay, Borfu Dam. Yeah, it's quite a big one as well.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That was the one built in '83.
Okay.
That gets the overflow from Churchill.
Oh.
So
Right.
Churchill must fall first.
Yeah, gee whiz. Okay. But is Churchill bigger than Borfu?
No.
Not. Okay, Borfu's the bigger one. So let that overflow and go.
Yeah, but it's got a small catchment, but not that.
Okay. Also, your weather guru site. Now you spoke about that as well. It's like history and purpose. And what did you think?
Well, bottom line, you've got to thank Darren Mann for that.
Darren Mann.
Yeah,
Very good.
Darren started.
Someone tag Darren Mann, please. Good legend.
Darren years ago started. We'll contact our weather guru.
Okay. Really.
So that's where the name came from.
Okay.
I didn't invent it or anything like that. And it's always difficult for the media in those days to get hold of me on a weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, I didn't have the laptop at home,
Yes.
and you can't get into the system and blah, 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 blah. So I created this Facebook page. It was basically started out for the media.
Mm-hmm.
So they know that if something's posted on Weather Guru,
Okay.
I can quote it as Garth Sampson.
Okay. All right.
Because they've got to have a source and all.
Yes.
So it started off small like that.
Okay.
And then it just grew and grew. It's close to 17,000 now.
It's amazing. I mean, it's like you've got to be consistent with that as well. You've got to be the guy that's always.
I
available.
don't publish for the sake of publishing.
Yeah.
Some people, is your page still active? You haven't published for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing's happened. Okay.
If it's raining, you'll see I'm publishing every 5 minutes. We've had 32 mils in Krakiel. We've
I
had
see that. I see the pictures, and I love to see those pictures. But you're like, maybe it's
but I'm not going to publish pictures just for.
Yeah, because the videos of like, hier staan ons nou in Groendal en nou jy kan die water nou sien as dit nou hier kom. It's like that.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely
Makes you feel nice.
to be able to see the what is happening on the, and listen here, one editor was actually Robert Ball.
Yes.
The
Herald.
what is it? Hugh Barkins, Robert Ball.
Yes.
He said to me once that the most read articles in a newspaper is weather-related articles.
Really?
And people are extremely interested in weather, especially in a drought situation. They're extremely interested in rainfall. And that is why I tell the forecasters, I try and sensitize them. I said, if you're expecting 15, 20 mils,
Yeah.
Rather say 10, 15.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if they get 20, nobody's going to complain.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you say 15, 20 and you only get 10, they say, hey,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got it bloody wrong again.
Do the farmers rely on that quite heavily as well? I mean,
You do get, if you understand how weather forecast, like I explained to you, if one guy says, I believe in YR.NO, I believe in this one, I believe in that. Remember, that is just a model. There's no human interference.
okay.
Where we take up to 46, we've even got ensemble models that takes everything together.
Yeah.
Then the forecasters analyze everything, check which models are performing well. It's not just a hit and miss. It's not just a thing that's published. So there's human intervention.
And your experience as well also tells you, oh, well, that's happened before. I recognize that from last year, this time, whatever. What happened there? Okay, we're going to get it.
It's a lot that goes. The human element. When models first came out, the one famous forecaster in England said, "We must understand a model is like a paintbrush.
Yeah.
It's only good in the hands of a skilled artist."
Yeah. Okay.
So the human intervention is needed in a forecast.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, and then I mean, I see. Give us some progression on the Nooit Gedag project. The progression. What is happening there? Do you know what's happened?
Apparently, there's a big contractual issue, and apparently the contractors walked off site.
Oh, yes, I heard about that.
The details, I'm not privy to all of them, but apparently there's a big fight. I was in the one meeting, I think it was a provincial meeting, where they jumped on the heads of the Amatola Water Board. And
Yes.
so it's high level stuff. Unfortunately, the poor officials are battling.
Yeah, I mean, and generally the people that are on like close to the ground level, the guys that are getting all the flack, are really can't do anything about it. You know,
they can't. And then there's also about awarding the status of a fully fledged drought. The central government doesn't want to release funds. It gets so complicated. I don't even want to go there.
Yeah, no, I get it. I see Peter Eddy saying, is this a live chat? He says, yes, this is a live chat. I think we just did get your answer there. Yeah, we did it. Nooit Gedag, yes. I see that it comes on. We put them on every night. We can see all the comments on the side. Yes, just when Gary puts on the ones that we think are that he filters them on, sticks them on if we need to stick it on. So so definitely Nooit Gedag. We don't know. You know, it sounds like like you say, high level stuff there. And it's such a big budget that we've got to rely on national, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, we got provincial. Look, that's not my forte, but it's as far as I heard in the meeting, the last meeting I was at. I go to the meetings, and I call them. That's why I wear black.
Oh, really?
I'm the prophet of doom.
All right.
Because basically, what happens in the meetings, and it's Mr. X comes along and he tells us everything that's trying to be done to avoid the situation.
Yes.
How much the public is using, how much we're saving, how far this project is, how far that project is.
Yeah.
Then the guy from Water Affairs comes on and he tells how the municipality is over-extracting the water and they could actually be hung for it and blah, blah. And then everybody looks at me, when's the rain coming?
Yeah, when's the rain?
What's the seasonal forecast? And
we've been praying and there's been nothing.
And unfortunately everybody looks at me and I say, I'm the prophet of doom, but when something is going to happen, I will...
Yeah, certainly let them know. Yes.
But like I said, when I tell you, make sure your gutters are clean, make sure the drain in front of your house is clean, because when that flood comes, it's going to come. Not if.
Yeah, when it does.
When.
Yeah, it will. And whenever there's rain, when there's big rain, to clean the gutters out, then I'm up there in my underpants. I'm doing it. Then they're still installing restrictors.
Yes. They're not only restoring, what they're starting is the high water users, which that's the one where they only let you use X amount. I think it's 50 litres. I can't remember how many litres a day, then
Yeah.
it cuts off and it's only a little trickle.
Okay.
And then most of the houses, they put in those little discs in,
Okay.
but they're not putting it in businesses
All right. Okay.
because they don't want the businesses to suffer. And
Yes.
then they are also reducing pressure on a whole area.
Yeah.
Say like warmer, they'll drop it by 10%.
Oh, right.
So it's logical. If there is a leak
Yes.
and you're losing, say, 5,000 litres,
Yeah.
you immediately, just by dropping the pressure,
Yeah.
saving 10% of that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they can do. We're at the bottom of the hill here, which is quite nice because even if everybody else is out of the water, we will get it comes down to us.
Yeah, you must watch out. You're going to get some new friends. Going to come visit you for a
Come
shower.
a bit of a restrictor.
Yeah, I must put bigger locks on my gates because I can see some friends go, I've got 20,000 litres and a swimming pool. So I can see lots of people coming for a quick shower.
I see there's a couple more. I see. Remember, Mickey's watching. What'd she say? Who's that? Janet Sherman.
Janet.
Tell me who's Janet.
Oh, no, that's a long story.
Who's Mickey? Come on, I
Oh,
need
that's
to-
my mother.
Oh, is that your mother?
My deceased mother.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Yeah.
Mickey's watching. She might be contaminating the water in some
She
strand.
might be. No, Jan's a family friend. We were very big friends with her mother and father, and they were called Oma and Opa
Oh, nice.
Clippies.
Oh, Clippies.
No need to ask why.
Drinking problem, clearly, yes. Oh no, I see Gary's saying that Cape Town had a mega campaign for their D-Day. So, I mean, pretty much nothing's been done yet as far as a mega campaign to say, listen, this is D-Day, day zero, we're getting 25 days or whatever it's going to be, or, 25 days, a little too soon, possibly.
I think it's 56.
When they say 56 days at the moment.
I think so.
I mean, it would be really good if we should know this. Like the public should know this, because it does. You do feel the squeeze. You see the number of days, and like they did in Cape Town, it was an amazing thing. Everybody's all of a sudden got buckets.
Yeah, well, Gisela Carr, they've appointed her to try and do this, but I think it's a bit late. If I look at Framesby, for example, Framesby Sunridge Park,
Yeah.
there's a big sign from 2 years ago. The people were using on average 26 kilolitres then.
Yeah.
So we had maybe started a bit sooner. This could have been averted. I don't know. I'm not the expert there. I worry about the rain. But yes, it's definitely the people. I preach to the Reformed. That's all I want to say. Preaching to the choir. But there are a lot of areas that the people don't know about this stuff. The gentleman that works here said, people are but he goes and tells. Use the hot water.
I see a great stuff there's insect vectors. Locust, the barriers of climate zones blur. What is the likelihood of insect vectors blurring the boundaries? That sounds like a very complicated question about insects.
Well, just a comment on this. I don't know if it's monocolored designs or something. We've actually come and you did a Valiant or
Yes, Valiant, yeah.
and
The
you-
Chev.
Your Chev. or something.
3800, I think it was.
And when you went on holiday, that thing was full of muggies.
Yes.
Do you see muggies on a car
I
now?
don't see them anymore. So you're saying that these
I don't know.
things are these locusts. So I don't know. I don't know what Greg's getting at there, but it sounds like just a general trend globally for everything is like humans getting too many and animals and insects and everything else getting too little. It's the same.
It must be.
Yeah, it is. All right, so I think it's time to get into our getting to know you questions now.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
Okay, the most adventurous thing you've ever done in your life.
Sure.
What do you say?
I'd like to say, still coming. But
So far.
yeah, so far, my wife said to me, I must please mention what the doctor told her.
Yes. What did the doctor tell
The
you?
doctor is a Ferreira.
Yes, Dr. Ferreira, yes.
And he said to her, there's two things you don't do in your life.
Yeah.
Number one, she can't remember. But number two is you never marry a Ferreira. And my wife was a Ferreira.
Oh, really?
But serious, the most adventurous thing, I took a turn. We ride the airlines road quite often, and we see this little road go down.
Yeah.
And one day we took it.
Yeah.
It's called Antoni's Neck Pass.
I think I've seen that somewhere.
Well, there isn't a road there.
Oh, okay, it's just a pass.
It took us to do 18 k's, 3.5 hours.
What car have you got there to use?
4x4.
Okay, proper.
You know, with the guys that were with me, getting out the car, go this way, go this
wow,
way.
to get
Just there's dongas
On
and
the side.
yeah, and she said never again in her life.
Oh, there we go. There's another beer. We've got the St. Francis Brewery's beer, the Beach Blonde here tonight. I think this is called the what Sunshine it says here.
So we'll have some
Is that
sunshine
right?
and happiness.
There we go. There's for you as well.
So
Now you like your beers. And of course I'm punting here. I've got a bit of punters here and with my Fitch and Leeds. So we've got a bit of a verscheidenheid. A bit of verscheidenheid.
So I think that was my scary.
Okay.
And then it started getting dark.
Eish. On the answer.
Yes. And we didn't have petrol.
Oh crap.
The petrol was running low.
Well, that's such good planning on your part. There.
No, the guy said to us, we met him on the road, and he said, just take this one. It'll take you 20 minutes. And we rode,
Awesome.
and Surrey is saying every moment, turn left, turn left. And every time you want to turn left, there's a bloody farm gate. And at that time, my daughter was still alive. She was severely disabled.
Okay.
There's no food in the car for her.
Oh, yes.
And it's getting later and later. And the kudus are running like this.
You know, it must be one of your wife must have loved you right then.
She said, oh, well, it was the last trip my friend from Liverpool did. And I think he went back to Liverpool with
a story.
With a story and a half. But I want to do it again.
Okay. What death of a famous person upset you the most?
Well, I think, they're getting long in the tooth.
Yeah.
They're all starting to die off now.
Yes, they
And
are,
if we
yes.
think of Tola, what was his name? Jan Spears.
Yeah.
All of them are starting, all the fun.
Deans Jordan yesterday. I see.
Yeah, I see that. So everybody that was famous in our times,
Yeah.
even old Bowie.
Yeah, Bowie.
Yeah, I'm listening to quite a bit of stuff is Andy Wall. But
Okay.
my favourite new song, that one. And yeah, there's some, but I think from our age group, I think everybody, the one we were most shocked about must be Princess Di.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite.
It was people like that don't die.
Yeah, yeah.
She was young.
Young and beautiful and starting to have a very nice life with Dodie.
Yeah, and
Yes.
so I think that was.
Yeah.
Well, it was just shocking.
Yeah, it was. It was. Have you ever inadvertently been party to a crime?
I've been drunk quite a few times.
Fair enough.
I think the closest was I had a friend,
Yes, we all got that friend. Yes.
JB.
JP.
He wasn't too bright.
Okay.
And my cousin gave me a lift to his house one day. And of course, just got his license, 18 years old. And pulled the car at high speed out of my friend's driveway.
Yeah.
Slap bang into another car.
Oh yes, like You were in the car as well.
Yes, and Jamie jumped out of the car and said, rain it, rain it, rain it. So it was a hit and run.
Oh my word.
The end of the story, the guy came out, but he was apparently, he came out that night, but he was pissed.
I was pissed as well.
So he says, look what the bloody arseholes did to my car at the hypermarket.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they were both. Everybody was wrong in the accident. Oh, that's okay. Okay. The most controversial opinion that you have.
Boss.
Boss. Okay.
I've got lots of controversial opinions, but
They don't do well online.
yeah, you know, it's. Don't say. Like my one friend said, everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got also like an opinion. And if you put an opinion on informed or uninformed opinion on Facebook, that you'll get somebody that will.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, no.
But I've got lots of
so clearly he's got lots of them. Check out his web page or his Facebook page for the long things with lots of comments. What makes you nervous?
My wife.
That's
That's why I'm married for so long.
Yes, that's good.
Nothing much. I've got this phobia and fear that my water pipe's going to burst and I'm going to have a 10,000 or 100,000 rand account. So I suppose that.
Yes, I have those things as well. Have you got any scars? And what's the best story behind the scar?
Elbury, I won't take my shirt off.
Okay. Right now you've got a scar.
Lots.
Right there.
Well, you observe
I
it.
just saw that now. No,
That was when I changed schools. It was.
It sounds like a bit of a hectic one.
No, it growths in my neck. Yeah,
Okay.
it was a lot of exploratory surgery at that time.
Okay.
Not much faith in the health profession, and I've got one right down the middle here when I was 39 years old. The last time I had a cigarette.
Really? Okay. Wow.
I had my cigarette and woke up a month later in ICU.
So what was that?
Burst colon.
Oh, gee. Don't smoke, it'll give you a burst colon.
No, then you sound like my mother. She said, she asked the doctor if it's smoking or drinking. But no, it's not that.
Cigarettes.
But yeah, that was a life-changing event.
Okay.
And there's lots of stories I can tell you about having to wear a bag and the naughty things we could do with the bag.
Right. I don't even want to know that.
It's quite disgusting.
I'm sure. Turning points in your life. What do you say?
I suppose the day you get married and have children.
Yeah, it is that.
Children's a big responsibility. In my case, my children were responsibility for 16 years and 25 years until they passed.
Okay. And how did you get into the weather story as well? Because that was also earlier. I didn't even ask you that in the beginning. It's like how do you get into weather?
There's no romantic story here.
Yeah.
Basically, as I said, when I was at school, got from the wrong crowd, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to do a art course. Yeah. From primary school, my mother wanted to send me to a psychologist because I was drawing pictures of nude women. And I used to get the books. Yeah, I used to get the books out of the library and copy the pencil drawings of the nudes and things like that. Teacher said I wasted my time at a normal school, went to high school, and then I just wanted to do it. I was like, then she sent me away to become logical.
Okay.
And then I met the madam.
Yes.
She got me a bit on the right track.
Okay.
And I started to study in matric.
Okay.
I think that's the only time I really started to study.
Uh-huh.
And out of all my subjects, the best I did was geography, got an A.
Wow.
So my mother decided.
That's it.
This is something. Weather office.
Yeah, weather office.
So she went and she organized me an interview.
No ways.
And I heard, in that days it was still the height of the apartheid era, and if you were English, you didn't easily come into the government service.
Yes.
But remember, weather work was shift work.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to do that.
Okay.
So there was a massive staff shortage. So they were taking people, forecasters from overseas.
Wow.
It was, they would take, if you could read and write, they'd virtually take you in at that stage.
Sure.
And I looked at the salary, looked at the conditions and said, no ways.
Yeah.
She says, you're not going to sit at home for 6 months because I had a motorbike accident in December.
Oh, okay.
So I got exempted from the army. But one of the catches was that if I joined the weather service, or weather office, or weather bureau at that time, I would get transferred to the Air Force.
Oh, nice.
Which is much better than being an infantryman. And I would get paid while I'm in the Air Force.
Okay, nice.
And I rocked up at the weather office, and two strange characters were there. That's another story. And they said, are you coming to work here? Are you mad? Well, I must be off my rocker because it's
still there.
42 or close to 42 years later.
That's incredible. That in the same kind of area, in the same place, actually, same people.
Exact same place. And I've done stints on the border, pretty obviously, and places in Southwest, but Port Elizabeth, born, bred.
Port Elizabeth Weather Office.
40 years.
And I mean, they are obviously, what is the biggest need? What is the industry that has the biggest need for the weather office? Or what would you say? There's a lot of them. I mean, but
everyone.
Who phones you the most? Like, who phones up the most?
Well, like I say, look here, I don't deal on that side.
Okay.
That's more forecasting side. Okay. Generally, it is insurance companies.
Yes.
Insurance assessors.
Yeah.
Lawyers.
Oh, because I killed him on that night when there was a storm.
That's exactly how one guy was killed. Not killed, caught. He said, the one policeman, remember in the old days we used to have railway police?
Yes.
And they used to look after the airport.
Yeah.
And the one guy became a railway policeman, and he used to always chat to me there. Then he became a policeman, then he became a detective. And he remembered about the data and that. And this is like 20 years later, he came to me. And he said, I remember you got data that. Can you help me out here? Because I just didn't, the way the guy, his demeanor with the body wasn't too good. And he said, was there a thunderstorm on this time? Because he said he was caught in a thunderstorm. So I looked at the date, it was the middle of winter.
Okay.
Don't get thunderstorms in the middle of winter. But it was just other side Cockstead. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do know that there's a thing called a weather radar.
Yeah.
There is a thing called a satellite image. There wasn't a cloud in the sky.
Oh man, okay.
So actually you got
so you were kind of CSI as well.
Yeah. So basically, there's lots of cases. I think of that when I was 39, I didn't see it out. I worked on the Storms River one.
Okay.
My boss eventually did that. There was so much data and so much work done in the storms. You know, remember when those lawyers were all killed?
Yes. Down in
so that was
tubing.
Yeah. So some of these court cases can go.
Yeah.
Fires, fire investigations, like when forests burned down, but generally a lot of insurance,
Okay.
And of course media.
Yeah. Okay. They would do every single day. There must be a busy office. Absolutely.
Yeah. They just don't give you a break.
En die tannie wat 'n wasgoed wil ophang daar.
Oh yes, she reminds me. Yeah, well, remember that is we always used to have this little old lady. Is it going to rain today? No, it's not going to. You sure it's not going to rain? And it was every Thursday she'd phone. And this went on for years and years and years, and then suddenly she stopped phoning. I thought, oh shame, the old lady's dead. Then one day suddenly she started again. And then the next moment, after the second or third time, we hear the baton, swearing and carrying on. And then somebody does, sorry, that's my mother's. But I said, well, what's she phoning for? Now she wants to know if she can wear her hat. If she must wear her hat when she goes to town with trains.
Oh, my
shame, man.
Oh, no. Okay, are you addicted to anything?
Well, basically,
So how many things are you addicted to?
okay. Pretty obviously, if you're talking about drugs, sex, and rock and roll, as I said just now, Radler and Scotch.
Scotch as well.
But I'm addicted to anything I take. I'm addicted to bonsai trees. I'm addicted to photography.
Okay, so you also you get into certain things and you go for it.
And I get addicted.
Yeah.
It's like my friend Etienne says, he gets very easily addicted to something. So everybody thinks addiction is drugs, sex, rock and roll.
Yes, yeah.
Don't do drugs. Too old for sex.
Yeah.
Never too old. Never too old for rock and roll.
Yeah. Okay, what makes you really angry?
I suppose two things. Opinionated people, and people that think they know something but they know squat.
Yeah.
You know, you get these people, they want to tell you about the weather. They want to tell you about how to play a drum. They want to tell you...
Jy maak lekker kos ook, jy. Goeie bietjie.
Yeah.
Well, there's a superpower for you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make
That's
you
the
angry.
last time I saw you was when I won that competition for the spa.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I won the bird drive.
Yes, I remember that now.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I won it. I couldn't believe it.
Fantastic.
It's they wanted my wife to enter, so I entered, and I put hundreds of recipes, and they chose the simplest darn recipe. My grandmother's simplest recipe, and I went to it, and all these people got all these fancy pots and all these fancy ingredients. I thought, who's going to eat?
Yeah.
How's this thing going to win? There's a simple recipe out of macaroni and salsa, but the secret is the topping.
Oh, really?
Rice, post toasties,
Post toasties.
cornflakes,
Lekker.
and the people just loved it. I can't believe it.
Sounds
It was 10,000 rands with whiskey.
fantastic. I love it. You're going to love that. So, okay, so opinionated people make you, or people makes you angry. It's people that know all.
Yeah.
Know all.
Yeah, you get some people, they will tell you, they know about making whiskey or
whatever. But
they've never done it before,
Yeah.
and they'll tell you they know about this.
you sound very impatient.
I am very impatient.
Do you have any hobbies that collect anything? Come on, you must do.
Yeah, of course. I collect toadies.
What's this?
Toadies.
What are toadies?
Character jugs.
Oh, those! Yes, with the faces on them.
That's right.
They're the pubs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
But the
some
proper
ones.
ones.
Yeah. I've seen those ones. Oh, they're quite valuable now.
Yeah, let's put this one, the value's coming down nowadays because the last ones were made in 1956.
Okay.
But unfortunately, more old people are dying, so there's more on the market. And young people like yourself, what is that?
Yeah.
Look, you pay like 1,000 rand for one.
And we know what they look like when you see them. You check them out.
Yeah. And then I collect bonsai trees,
Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice.
and
Yeah.
and I've got a big collection of Stephen King books.
Oh, is it? Oh, Darren Fuller will love you. She's what you're watching lady. She's
Yeah,
a Stephen King fan.
Yeah, and although I don't read them,
Oh, is it?
I read them on Kindle.
Okay.
But I just want the book.
Yeah.
And I want to collect the Dune series next.
Oh, nice. I like that. Like I've got to watch that movie, the Dune movie.
Read the book.
You reckon the book?
Well, I love it. Stephen King. What I found is the movies are terrible
Oh, yeah.
compared to the books.
The book's better. Okay. Oh, they say always the book's always better, but it allows your imagination to.
Yeah.
So a bit of a bookworm as well.
Yeah, I just enjoyed it. My friend gave me a Kindle. He picked it up and gave me a new interesting reading.
It's lovely. You can get anything you like. It's fantastic. There was one year that I wanted to see. Are there anywhere that you're not welcome anymore?
I think warmer garden. gardens.
Warmer Gardens, I don't know about that.
I must stag.
A long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what actually happened there is my stag party. I don't know what happened, but I landed in the bottom of the pool. So I think the guys got out of hand there because we were politely escorted out there. And I had a friend who was about 7 foot, weighed about 190
Oh,
kilos.
dear.
And the manager started getting obstropolous with him, and he says, "Vanaand hier swim die managers." But unfortunately, we didn't land up in the cop shop that night.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's get into the crazy questions here. We've got some crazy questions going on here. Let's see. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn?
Wow.
Can't think of
I haven't dressed up in
anything.
I haven't dressed up in women's clothes.
No, not like me. I've done that.
No, I haven't done that.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Do you think that you would be friends with a clone of yourself?
No, I'm too full of shit.
The worst song that was ever composed.
That is easy.
What?
I used to cry. My mother had a big house in Sydenham, and it's double story, flat bucket, and she used to have tenants at the bottom. And these tenants used to sing for a band.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, please release me, let me. Still today, it's
that is
that is until today. If I just even hear somebody humming it, I go,
Please release me, let me go.
I don't even know who sang it.
No, I think it was Engelberg Humperdinck or something. That's one of those. Okay, let's see. Have you ever been tempted to slap someone you're talking to while you're talking to them?
Sometimes I've wanted to tell them, just stop talking shit. You know, but I have said it to people. Nah, not violent.
Okay, all right.
Love it,
No
love it,
violence.
love it.
You're a pacifist. That's good. Have you ever fired a gun on that question? You're like, you do hunting or not?
No, but I don't know if I could.
Shoot an animal.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could.
Yeah, it's like I think even in that trade, if you're looking after the water and the thing, it's conservation. You know, that's all.
No, don't get me wrong. You know, there's nothing better than a fallow deer.
Yes.
The best biltong you can ever get. But just bring me the carcass. I'll cut it up.
Yeah, cut it up and we'll have it. The last purchase that you regretted.
I'm quite a pedantic person. I always like research things and check things out. I suppose there are one or two tools or something that I bought that I don't use as often as I should.
Crap. Damn it, what did I buy?
There's always, I think everybody's got a Tupperware cupboard there.
Yeah.
All those, you know, that is why we're revamping the kitchen now. My wife said we're taking everything, throwing away 3 pots, etc., because all the stuff, you never use it. It just lands up in the rubbish dump.
Okay, so what's the one thing that you would never do for all the money in the world?
That's a question. Everybody's got their price.
Yeah.
And if you go back and you read, do yourself a favor sometimes, it's quite gross. 120 Days of Sodom by the Marquis de Sade.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a section in there and he explains about a chest of drawers full of ducats, gold coins.
Okay.
Now, if you imagine a maid, her whole life earns 1 ducat.
Okay.
How many ducats must you give her to do anything you want?
Yeah.
To sell her children, to sell her babies.
Sure.
a handful too. You know, everybody's got their
price.
everybody's at the price. So don't be.
It's quite dark. It's
yeah.
quite a dark side.
No, but it's a fact. You know,
true.
would you kill a dog for 10 rand? No. For 100 rand? No. For 1,000,000 rand?
Yeah. Well, if you're watching the Squid Games, it's got a similar theme to it as well. Squid Games on Netflix at the moment. It's got that kind of vibe, but it's got what's your price? You know?
Yeah, what is your price? So being honest, you can't say that I wouldn't knock somebody off for money or shoot a little dog.
Just so you know, guys.
Be warned.
Any water wasters disappear, we know what's going to happen.
I don't think I would knock someone off anyway.
Oh, Gary says he wouldn't. We'll double the figure that you were thinking about. All right. Okay, so now we've got the either ors. Let's do the either ors finally for the last little quick shot question. All right, either ors, camping or glamping?
Glamping.
Glamping, oh, you don't like so much of
Oh, I hate sleeping on a bloody head mattress.
Well, you nearly had to when you were up in the flipping doing these spas. That you chose. Cooking or being cooked for?
Cooking.
Cooking, excellent. Attend a party or host a party?
Host.
Yo. Okay, ambition or comfort?
Comfort.
Comfort. Fiction or non-fiction?
Both.
Can't really choose both. I don't know. You know, we always have this with this sort of thing, but we'll allow this one to slip past. It's your first time. Okay, driving fast or slow?
Slow.
Oh, you like a slow driver,
Yeah,
especially after that accident with your friend.
Yeah, I know. If you go to the mountains and that, you know, even going to bike rallies and that when I was biking, you know, the guy, I got here in 2 hours, and what did you see?
Yeah,
You know, it amazes me when we love the backyards.
lovely, eh?
Then you get these Gautengers in these Toyotas, and they foot in the hook, and they just like, what the hell are you going to the backyards for?
If you're
and
not gonna
trying
look
to ride at 200 kilometers an hour through there.
If you're not going to look around, it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
like,
It's beautiful. Oh, the Bobbians is amazing. If you haven't been to Bobbians, you've got to go there. It's just right through. It's beautiful. Okay, a messy desk or a clean desk? Your desk is a mess. Don't even try.
how do you know?
I don't know. I just know.
I can tell you somebody.
You said 42 different things you've got to compare to each other. Really, they're going to all across your desk. Eh?
I must admit, my desk is always mess, but it's organised mess.
Oh, it's organised.
I know exactly where everything is, and that is why Madam must not touch my stuff. I've got a little room.
Okay.
It's the gemorskamer.
Okay.
She knows. She just puts it in there.
It's in the gemorskamer, is all right.
That's
We are
why
rocky.
just don't.
Oh no, hunting is out, says Elbury. See, don't even think about it. There, I've just caused your divorce. No. Okay, save 100 strangers or your loved one.
Loved one.
That 100 strangers can die a painful death. He doesn't care.
I know where my Brits
What if
budget.
those 100 strangers pay your price?
A lot of money. Okay, logic or emotion?
Logic.
Is it always science? Are you science driven?
No, just logic.
Logic.
You put your hand in the fire, it's going to burn.
I mean, that's science, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's logic, not science.
Yeah, but logic's more than science. It's, you know,
You're not a conspiracy guy.
got of that friend of mine, Stephen. He
I don't know who Stephen is. Who's Stephen?
Liverpool. He's got the Twin Towers was this and this, and I must read this book. But Stephen, there's always a conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
but somebody's going to start drinking. And you know the Afrikaans saying,
Yeah.
uit die mond van 'n dronkeling en 'n suiweling, out of the mouth of a drunk and a child.
Yes.
comes the truth. Somebody's going to be in a bar somewhere, and they're going to drink,
Yes.
and they're going to start mouthing off. So
Yes. Fair
you
enough.
can't tell me that.
So no, there's no conspiracy. No, there's,
So there are conspiracy theories, most definitely. They say Princess Di was a definite cover-up.
Yeah.
There's lots of things to prove to it. And there are people that have been drunk and have said
Yeah.
things, and it is quite logical. If you
Yeah.
go in,
yeah, it's like sometimes I think people look for a reason to prove something. You know, it's easy to.
yes,
go back.
yes. But if you really come to think of the religious aspect, a Muslim and a Christian, and we won't even go into those type of details. But it's logic. If it's logical, certain theories are logical. But conspiracy theories, you've got to give me a very good argument.
Yeah, you have to be.
A logical.
I quite like the science vibe, but I don't. It's like there's so much fake news out there as well.
Yes.
Try and wade your way through it. All right, intense pain for 10 minutes or dull pain once a day, or for one day. How's that?
No.
For the whole day. So
10 minutes.
You sure? Dull pain could be easy to do, and you could have a whole
No, I
day.
think that was.
Did you mood yourself with the hammer?
No, we won't go there. That I tried to say something, I hit my hand into the lathe chuck.
Oh,
But,
a lathe.
yeah.
You had a lathe going next to you, and you're like flailing around.
No. The piece that I'd been working on for 8 hours went like it, and I tried to catch it, and then I couldn't save it, and it hit my hand.
Oh, yes.
But listen, I haven't since my last motor car accident. I've basically got constant back pain. Not going to the doctor.
So dull pain.
Oh, it's not nice.
It's not nice. You can, but that's what you have to do anyway.
Yeah, if you just hit you on the head, it's finished.
All
It's
right,
better.
okay. Painful truth or comforting lie? Final question.
No, that's a curveball.
Yeah. What would you rather hear?
In retrospect,
Yes.
painful truth. In retrospect,
Okay.
for 3 years we were fed comforting lies with the birth of our son,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Painful truth you could have known in the beginning. Okay.
that's
Sure.
the best.
What? Your son? You said disability. What
No,
was
well,
it?
both my son and daughter, cerebral palsy, quadriplegic,
Okay. Wow.
and blind.
Wow.
And he lived till 16 years old, and Brittany passed away last year at 24. Life expectancy was 7 years.
Wow. So yeah, that's such a hectic thing, you know. It's
No, normal children are worse.
Yeah.
Normal children are problems.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've got an adoptive daughter, Lauren.
Yeah. She's full of problems.
They say having a teenager in the house is having like a ghost.
Yeah.
You see, you hear cupboards closing and things
Yeah.
moving, but you don't see any. Just like Gibby.
God, that's funny. So you really say that having a disabled child also in some ways it's less of a stress in that it's more you have more control.
Yeah. It is. Look, it's in 90% of cases it puts a big strain on marriages.
Yeah.
We don't know of any people. Look, we took them for hyperbaric and everything like that, most of those people that we know from that time all divorced. This one blames that one, and that one blames that one. And like I say, me and my wife have been together for 42 years now.
That's incredible.
I've been married, I think, I'm going to be in trouble now. I think 35 or 36.
Oh, he doesn't know. He's not sure. He's not sure of your marriage. How many years?
It's a long time.
But that really does speak volumes about the kind of people and the dedication that you bring. It's a sort of you decide you're going to do this and that's it, because you don't. It's a choice that you make in the end, isn't it?
Yes, it's like my wife is doing her book, and my good friend Veronica Fourie, I don't know if you remember her from SABC.
Sure, I don't.
She's going to help her a bit with it, and she's had a couple of titles, and she's restarted off, and the motto is, and her motto is, failure was never an option.
Yeah.
Failure is not an option.
Yeah.
That's from the Apollo story. And that is it. I always say, if you dealt a pack of cards, you can lose with 3 aces and win with 2 tens.
It's such a good
It is the way. You know, so many people they get a blow in their lives, and they go sit in the corner and cry.
Yeah.
And then you say, "I'll pray." Right?
Yeah.
God helps those who help themselves.
Yeah.
And there's certain things you can do in life, like my wife said. When my son died, that was more unexpected than my daughter.
Okay.
She sat in front of idols, the wooden mark,
Yeah.
for a week.
Yeah.
Got through it and got up and had to carry on life because Brittany was still there.
Yeah.
So you've got to go forward in life.
Yeah.
You can't look back.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah. You have to. You still keep going. And it's like but for your marriage as well. That's just like I said. It says a lot about the both of you, because that's totally a group. That's both of you that have to decide that you're gonna do this.
No, we both would play.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's a Ferreira.
Okay, I'll say.
Yeah, they walk their shoes from the inside out. You know, they are. And
Judy Tucker says, 2 of the most amazing people, Gareth and Elmarie. It's actually amazing. Fantastic parents. I take to hat off. Both of them gave unbelievably. And that's Janine Patterson. I don't know who's Janine Patterson.
I know her. She's one of the clients. One of the.
Oh, lovely.
I know the face.
Yes.
The name.
But no, like I said, it does speaks volumes about the kind of people that you are. We've got two more questions. So I always ask my.
These are the catch questions.
No, not at all.
Get
These are the most embarrassing moment, whether it be in your career or Pat Wood says she agrees with Janine. By the way, there's lots of love out there for you, man. Lots of love. It's so your most embarrassing moment, or the time when something's gone completely wrong.
Every day.
Every day.
I think I got 2.
Okay. All right. Like that. Bonus.
Once was, I'll never forget, I think it was Blue Bay or something.
Yeah.
I was out, I was about 15, I was still smoking.
Yeah.
14 or 15.
Yeah.
And I was out and we went to go pick up these girls. I can't remember where the story came from. But all I remember was I had a beer there, but it was finished, and I put the cigarettes in the beer can. And I was sitting there looking very
cool,
suave, you know.
Yeah.
And they didn't warn me, and this dog came at high speed.
Yeah.
And it had this trick.
Yeah.
Nose in the...
Oh, in the crotch.
And I folded, and I thought, let's grab this beer. That was embarrassing.
You grabbed the beer with all the cigarettes.
And the most embarrassing for a weather man, I was in class and the teacher asked, do any of you know how thunder and lightning's formed?
Yes. Me, miss, me. Yes.
My dad always told me it's when 2 clouds knock together. That entire class was in stitches. Needless to say, I didn't speak to the old boy for a week. Yeah, but it's
But
true,
you told
boy.
me.
And it's true. My father told me.
Of course. Oh, that's absolutely classic. And the proudest moment.
Happiest, proudest.
Yeah. So,
My 40th birthday.
oh, was that good?
Wife said
Yeah.
she made, I don't know, the pact with the old one upstairs or the one downstairs because Well, the chance of survival for that was like 5%. She said, if I make it through, she will buy me a bike.
All right.
And she connived and did things. And on my 40th birthday, she gave me a present. As I started opening it, I started playing leader of the pack.
Leader.
So what the hell must I do with a crash helmet? And the next thing I heard was the bike revving.
Oh my word.
And there stood the bike.
That's something. So you like your bikes as well?
Yeah, unfortunately it's a bit old. We've got to hang up the colours sometime and done that now and bought a 4x4. And,
there we go.
You know, your interests change in life. You can't.
Off to Antonius Pass you go.
Yeah, you're going to say too old to rock and roll, too young to die, but...
Oh, I love it. The motorbike. Ah.
We had great times on it.
Good. For a guy who's had so many car crashes over the last thing, it probably wasn't a great idea, you know. But but you never wiped out your bike.
Yeah, just one.
Once.
Actually, once I forgot to put the side stand down, and I was sober.
So you got off and let it fall over.
And once in the driveway, I climbed on and there was cement and I fell. But never on the road.
Good. Plain bloody spoilt you are, says Pat Wood.
I know.
Thanks, Pat. Oh, thank you so much, God, for coming on. It's been fantastic, gentlemen. And thanks for all the information about the water. And I'm certainly going to have a look at my meter now.
I want to see
that
account.
I'm going to see it.
And we want to see everybody's account.
Excellent, for sure. So save the water, save it. We've got until about April, and they're probably not going to finish it by then either. So let's just save the water. That's a big plan. All right, we've got the competition time now. We're going to hit the drums. I'm going to play a song. I want to know the name of the song and the artist. And the first one of you guys to put it into the comments gets the case of Fitch and Leeds sent to you. Which I've got to catch up my case. I'm going to go fetch them tomorrow and organise my Fitch and Leeds stuff. All right, we're back in. We're in. Where's the drum cam? All right. The name of the artist and the song, or the name of the artist and the song, or whatever you can put. The closest gets the Fitch and Leeds. Nigella O'Rourke. You know Nigella? I don't know, but fantastic. You are the winner, Nigella O'Rourke. Well done. Thank you so much, Garth, for coming on. It's been fantastic having you on. And we'll see you again on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we'll see you. Craig Holmes from 34 Degrees South. We're going to speak to him. Well, there he was. And he's done all sorts of things. We're going to chat to Craig and see what he's up to. Thank you for joining us. Thursday as well, we have Mark Lottering next Thursday as well, live Thursday. We've got Mark Lottering, he's coming to do a show in PE. So thank you to Spa, thank you to Fitch and Leeds, thank you to Amobia, and thank you to Fat Cats. But thank you guys, and we'll see you on Tuesday, on Saturday as well, the rebroadcast of course, don't forget about that.
Relax, sit down, coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your mental. Have a Gino shot.